Hello, my name is Vaishnavi from 6J, and I'm going to tell you about a great poem. And it is a very meaningful one indeed. And that poem is called The Road Not Taken, a poem by Robert Frost.
Robert Frost was an English poet. He was born on March 26, 1874, in San Francisco, California. His famous works include Fire and Ice, Mending Wall, Birches, Out Out, Nothing Gold Can Stay, and Home Burial. His 1916 poem, The Road Not Taken, is often read at graduation ceremonies across the United States. He spent 3 years in England where he met important acquaintances like Edward Thomas, who was the inspiration for the poem The Road Not Taken. Let's get on with the poem, shall we? Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveller. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Robert Frost was walking through a forest whose leaves have turned yellow in autumn and comes to a fork in the road. He is regretting that he is unable to travel by both roads, since he is after all just one person. Robert Frost stands at the fork in the road for a long time and tries to see where one of the paths lead. However, he can't see very far because the forest is dense and the road is not straight. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warmed them really about the same. Robert Frost takes the other path, judging it to be just as a good choice as the first, and supposing that it may even be a better option of the two, since it's grassy and looks less worn out than the other path. Though now he has actually walked on the second road, he thinks that in reality the two roads must have been more or less equally worn in. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no steps had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Reinforcing this statement, Robert Frost recalls that both roads were covered in leaves, which had not yet been turned black by foot traffic. Frost exclaims that he is in fact just saving the other road and will travel it at a later date, but then immediately contradicts himself with the acknowledgement that in life one road tends to lead onward to another, right? So it's therefore unlikely that he will ever actually get a chance to return to the first road. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Robert Frost imagines him in the distant future, recounting with a sigh that the story of making the choice of which road to take. Speaking as though looking back on his life from the future, Frost thinks that he was faced with a choice between two roads and chose to take the one that was less traveled by, and that decision had made all the difference in his life. So let's summarize the story. In The Road Not Taken, Robert Frost must choose between two roads without having complete information about how they differ and all the choices that he and all people must make in life. The poem makes clear that every choice involves the loss of opportunity, and the choices are sometimes quite unpleasant because they are made with unknown information. they must be made with unknown information. Robert Frost tries to gather as much information as possible, but it is quite hard to do so.
Thank you so much for your time. I hope you liked my presentation. So I want to talk a little bit about this poem. So this poem, The Road Not Taken, shows beautifully about the choices that you should make in life. Sometime in life, every person has to be in this kind of situation, and it is important to choose great care and attention. This is what the poem teaches me, and I hope you follow it as well. This is Vaishnavi from 6J signing off. Bye!